I was very surprised to recently learn that Dwayne Johnson lives in the apartment above me. All this time I've been living under a rock. Thanks for stopping by my YouTube channel today to check out Cover By. I'm Ryan Magic Lasso. I have Comics for Thomas and Cookie from Just a Little Podcast standing by. Today we're looking at Black Adam, The Dark Age, Volume 1, Issue Number 1. These are the two covers, one of which is going to win, and the other we're going to say bye to in today's edition of Cover By. Welcome once again. I've left links for both Comics for Thomas and Cookie from Just a Little Podcast YouTube channels in the description for this video. Make sure to sub them up and follow them as well. I would really appreciate it. So Black Adam has a hit movie in theaters right now. Let's start getting first thought comments on this issue, and we'll begin with Cookie from Just a Little Podcast.
Hey y'all, we're here for another Cover By, and this is going to be Black Adam, issue number 1 of the Dark Ages, kind of saga-esque feel. This is really cool. I like this cover A. There's a lot of detail going on, a lot of things kind of happening here. We have Black Adam holding on to this mummified Egyptian, and it almost seems like it's his loved one that he's holding on to for dear life or lack of life at all. But I love the details that we get within this dripping, oozing kind of like skeleton, this corpse that's just completely dead. At the same time, there's terror in their face. The eyes are just bulging with this green glow. We have the body just dripping away. It's just like it's melting into pieces. I really like that. I don't like Adam. I think Black Adam's face just does not do it justice. I think that it just looks very weird. You can tell he's extremely muscular, but his veins on his hands I don't like either. I just feel like they're really out of place. Everything on him just doesn't fit this cover. But the skeleton really, really looks nice on here. I dig that a lot. And I dig the background that you have kind of with the skeleton. Not too crazy about these little lightning rods that are happening behind them, but overall it is a really interesting cover. Then we go on to cover B, which is an Alex Ross cover. It screams Alex Ross. Simple, elegant. You have Black Adam, lightning bolts happening. The lightning is glowing on his chest, and he's just screaming out in anger. And I really, really like this issue a lot on how this cover kind of really just fits the mold and fits Alex's style. I really dig it. I love the eyes. I love the shape of his eyebrows in it. His widow's peak in the front, the receding hairline going back. I dig that a lot. And I do like the elf ears that we're getting on Black Adam as well. And I think this is a really, really cool cover. I like this one a lot. It's very simple, but at the same time, it still has a lot of power behind it. So which one am I going to pick?
Thanks, Cookie. Well, Comics for Thomas, it's time now for your first thought comments on these covers.
So we are in November. We've got Black Adam, The Dark Age, Volume 1. And we have issue number 1. This is the first time I've seen this cover. I don't really like the way that Black Adam is drawn. I don't know a lot of Black Adam issues as well, but I'm not a fan of that. I like the actual, the lettering for Black Adam at the top, and I do like the skeleton. I don't think it's too bad. I think the green kind of takes away from it somehow. I get that, it's supposed to either be spooky or whatever. I do kind of like the skeleton is holding, like, it has the bones, the hand bones on top of his hand. I don't know why. I don't know if that was supposed to be a woman at one point, and this is like an ex-lover or what. I'm not interested enough to know why, but it is kind of funny. Like, the more you look at it, you're like, why are they standing like that? So, yeah, let's take a look at cover B. So cover B, I do recognize this cover, probably just through, whatever, Facebook auctions or whatever, just in passing. I do like this cover. It's drawn well. I do feel like, I don't know how to say this, like, it's almost like it's it's too real. It kind of almost looks like you just have a picture of an actual person and it wasn't drawn. So I don't know if that's a compliment or not to the artist. And maybe it is just a picture of somebody, and then they put everything else in to make it look good. The lightning bolt in his chest, though, is like it's like shiny. It really is. They've done a great job of making it very, very bright. Um, yeah, and obviously the wording at the top is going to be exactly the same. So I already enjoyed that. Um, I like the electricity coming out. I don't really care about the kind of cloud that's in the background. And yeah, we shall see.
Thanks, Thomas, for your first thought comments. Well, I've gone to the Black Adam movie. Man, people have been divided on this film. Some people really liked it and loved the direction that they went in, and other people were so disappointed and just didn't enjoy it at all. For me personally, there was more of the movie that I enjoyed than I didn't enjoy. It's not a perfect movie by any means. For me, my biggest complaint was there were too many action scenes, too many explosion scenes that didn't have a plot that supported that. You can't make an entire movie just out of blow 'em up action scenes without having a plot to support it. I was also hoping too that they would introduce Isis in the movie, especially since they gave us that first glimpse of it with the Andrea character talking about that family heirloom early in the film that she owned. I assume that's the heirloom that will make her into Isis. As for now, we look at Black Adam, the Dark Age comic book. This limited series from 2007 came out shortly after the 52 series wrapped up. So here's cover A. Oh man, that is Isis on the cover. And she is in some serious trouble when you look at that. And I hate seeing that because I love Isis so much. I love that character. Spoilers for those who haven't read this old comic book. Isis is brought back thanks to the Lazarus Pit. It happens during the finale of this issue. But here we look at the cover. Oh man. Black Adam's face, there's something about him that looks like, I almost get Punisher vibes when I look at the way Black Adam is drawn on this cover. I almost get that a little bit. And something about maybe the direction that the eyes are looking at. He looks very unstable in this cover, and I'm not sure if that is purposely meant to be that way or not. And man, like I've already gone about Isis. I hate seeing Isis like that, but at least the cover does depict what you're going to find inside of the story. So turning over to the B cover right now. So I see exactly what Comics for Thomas was talking about during his first thoughts. This is an Alex Ross cover. And Alex Ross uses models when he does his work. And you can see that that's based off of a human being. I feel like I've seen covers like this before. I think that this is kind of a safe way to depict Black Adam. It's definitely a powerful, literally powerful image because he's being struck by the power. He's turning into Black Adam at that moment. But I don't know how original of an idea that is either. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Alex Ross is amazing. Everything he does is amazing. But shout out to the colorist as well. You see how the light in the lightning bolt on his uniform is lit up too, and that light and that power reflecting. I think that is such a huge compliment. So we have two different covers to look at. One thing I'll say about this B cover that I really think reminds me of, and I've mentioned this during a Fanboys Live in the Retro Review before, I think that Black Adam, especially in the face, looks like Sinestro, the way he's drawn. It could be those eyebrows. Maybe that's it. But I definitely see it when I look at that B cover. So those are my first thought comments on the A and the B. Do you know which one that you would pick? Let's start making some choices now. See what the panel has to say. We'll head back to Cookie from Just a Little Podcast with his pick.
All right, so I thought about it, and I'm an Alex Ross man. I have to go with cover B. I think cover B for me just has everything kind of going for it. There's a lot of detail, but at the same time, it's very minimalistic. And cover A for me just was great. It was really great, except for Black Adam. His face, his hands, his posture, it just did not hit right like cover B does. But cover B is it for me.
Cover B, you have one vote, thanks to Cookie from Just a Little Podcast. Let's head back to Comics for Thomas. Are you voting for cover A or for cover B?
So I am actually going to go with cover B here, and to be honest, it's is one of those close ones where I really don't care for either cover that much. There are good things about both, as I pointed out, but again, I would not pick up either one of these. And it's not because it's DC, which I don't collect much DC at all. It's just because the covers are really not doing anything for me to make me want to, one, know what's going to go on, or two, buy them.
And as we come in to wrap up this cover by edition for this week, my choice, I'm going to go with cover B. It's hard to go against Alex Ross. I think it was the facial drawing in cover A that just threw me off too much. It didn't look so much Black Adam to me. It looked a little more rough and a little less finished than I personally like, where you have an Alex Ross that's just amazing. I mean, stunning. So B is the choice for me today. Sorry, cover A. Bye. B is the winner. Is that the winner for you? I'd love to know in the comments section below. What did you think of the Black Adam movie? That would be great to dialogue about as well. Your comments are always welcomed, encouraged, and appreciated. Before I wrap up this cover by video, I want to remind you about the video that I dropped earlier this week on Tuesday on November 1st. There's a giveaway going, sponsored by Cookie from Just a Little Podcast, where I'm giving away copies of my Female Force Loretta Lynn comic book that I did. So check out that video and make sure that you enter. Don't forget to sub up, my friends. Don't forget to sub up my channel as well if you're not already. Your support to my co-hosts and myself means the world to me today. So, we're not done with superhero movies. Marvel's got one coming out this month. We go from Black Adam to Black Panther. So in Cover By, we'll go from Black Adam to our next one, Black Panther, coming up soon, 2 weeks on my channel. Make sure to join the panel for that as well. Until then, take care and have a fantastic rest of your day and a great weekend. Bye.